Welcome to Creature Fridays, where I give you a quick introduction to one of the animal species found in the UK. For the 7th video, we're going to take a look at Aglais urticae, or the small tortoiseshell butterfly.
Subscribe to Ferroforest to keep learning about UK nature.
This butterfly's scientific name is derived from Aglais, one of Zeus's 3 daughters who was admired for her beauty, and urtica, the stinging nettle. This is certainly a fitting name for this animal, as you'll see in this video. The small tortoiseshell butterfly is stunning to look at, so lucky for us it's one of our most common butterflies. Look out for a splash of orange among vegetation as these butterflies look for nectar to eat. Their wings, reaching around 5 centimeters when spread out, consist of the forewing close to their head and the hindwing further back. The forewing is marked with black and cream patches, with single white patches closest to the outer edge. The entire outer edge of the upper surface of the wings is bordered by a black marking, outlining a row of bright blue spots. When the small tortoiseshell's wings are closed, you can see the undersides, which are a variety of shades of brown to camouflage the butterfly within vegetation. At various points through the year, you may spot this butterfly's other life stages. Within its mottled pale grey chrysalis, it is safe to change from caterpillar to butterfly, disguised as a hanging leaf. You may even spot small tortoiseshell caterpillars. When they first hatch, these caterpillars are 1.25 millimeters long and have pale green bodies and black heads. But as they shed various layers of skin, they grow to 22 millimeters and darken into spiky black animals with yellow speckles along their sides. Males and females can't be told apart by appearance, but you might be able to distinguish them by their behaviour. Males will sit near their food plant with open wings, waiting for a female to enter their territory. When she flies close to him, he will take off, following her through the air in an aerial mating dance. Part of this dance involves him drumming his antennae on her wings, like you can see with this male on the left. After performing these dances, they will bask together in the light to regain some energy. Females will lay their eggs on stinging nettles around May time. These bead-like green eggs are laid in clusters of around 90 on the underside of the leaves. They are approximately 3 millimeters wide and have lines running up and down from the centre. The eggs develop for about 9 days and afterwards hatch out as caterpillars onto their food source, the stinging nettle. Initially, caterpillars will cluster together and create webbing across the nettle. Look out for signs like this one, although these caterpillars here belong to peacock butterflies and are a little darker in appearance than the small tortoiseshell. The caterpillars have 5 growing stages called instars that occur over the next 4 weeks. In each instar, it will molt its skin to grow. As they reach their later instars, they will begin to separate from each other, searching for a sturdy surface for their chrysalis to form. The chrysalis protects the small tortoiseshell caterpillar as its body completely breaks down to reform into a butterfly. After approximately 12 days, the butterfly will emerge. You will spot the new small tortoiseshell adults flying around July. These individuals will only live for a couple of months, just long enough to produce a new generation of butterflies in October. These October individuals survive longer than their parents, living for up to 8 months and going on to produce the new spring generation in the following year. As one of the few species that overwinter in Britain, they're one of the earliest species we see reappearing as they search for mates. Small tortoiseshell butterflies will often select garden sheds and other outbuildings as overwintering sites, and when they emerge in spring they will be very hungry. A good spring flowering garden is an important way to help this species. Did you know that you can help small tortoiseshell butterflies even if you only have a courtyard garden? Check out my link in the video description below, which sends you off to my wildlife gardening improvements guide for courtyards, which takes you through all of the improvements that you can add to your garden if you have a courtyard to help various different species, including this butterfly. Small tortoiseshells are found throughout the majority of the UK, anywhere that has wildflowers and nettles growing. They have been going through a decline in recent years, and it's thought that this decline is due to a parasitic fly that's invading from Europe. Climate change has allowed it to spread to the southern regions of the UK, where butterfly declines are most noticeable, but it's also spreading further north. The fly is a type of Tachinid fly, specifically Sturmia bella. It lays its eggs on nettle and the caterpillars eat them whole. The eggs hatch inside the caterpillars and then they feed on them from the inside out until they're ready to eat their way out of the individual and emerge as a fully developed larvae. Although this fly doesn't target the small tortoiseshell, their life cycles are close enough in sync that this species is more prone to the parasitism than other butterflies. If you enjoyed learning about this animal, then make sure to check out some of my other videos.